Hi again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Around the Town with Chuck. My name is Chuck Guglielmo. It's a weekly interview show where we talk with interesting people. And today I found somebody interesting who I'm meeting for the very first time, Brandon Mullens. Brandon, how are you today?
I'm very good today. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. So who is Brandon? Well, I found out today that Brandon is the Conneaut High School Spartan Marching Band voice on the road for road football games. Brandon, how did that get started?
Actually, it came a few years ago. They were without an announcer on the roads because Mr. Simpson couldn't always go to the away games, and Henry Landon used to be it. So Sean Smith, actually, if you remember him.
Yes, band director.
He came up to me and he said, "Well, do you want to do it?" And I said, "I'll take a crack at it." So I did it, and I really liked it, and it's a lot of fun.
So you're starting what year now doing that?
Oh man, this is probably my third year
Third
or fourth, yeah.
And you enjoy it, I would imagine.
I do
enjoy it.
I do.
Now, are you as thunderous as Dave can be?
Yeah, I learned from the best, and he was the best. So,
Because I sit right next to Dave at the home games, and I mean, as loud as he's talking, his feet is moving too.
oh yeah. It's a lot of fun. It's a kind of a rush to be in front of all those people.
What do you enjoy best about it?
Really, I'm a bando at heart. So I enjoy announcing the band and giving them some energy, and seeing the kids feed off of the energy, I think is most rewarding for me.
We had Dan Summers, the band director, in here. He was a guest on Around the Town with Chuck. And tell us a little bit about some of the music selections we might be hearing. What did we play at La Brea?
Man, you put me on the spot. Thanks a lot.
Did we play my favorite, that one that they got last year from USC, or one of those California colleges? Tusk?
No, they didn't do Tusk. No.
Maybe they'll do it Friday night.
And actually, Dan is no longer here. We have a new director.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Heather Rice is the new director.
Oh.
So just so you know.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
she's starting this week.
And
So
she's from Conneaut?
I'm not real sure. That's something you might have to ask her about.
I did not know that.
So yeah,
Was this sudden?
yes, this is very sudden. Just kind of came up at the end of summer there, so they just hired her in. She just started this week, so the kids just got to know her. And just to answer your other question, we played I don't know if you remember, Confident, that's on the radio right now. Pretty Fly for a White Guy is an older song, and a couple of others. I Don't Care. There's been a couple selections, but I'm assuming we're going to be seeing more because it's a new director. She might want to do her own thing. So
Now, tell me, we are going to keep the fancy footwork.
oh yes.
That can't change. Write that name down for me, Cindy, that new band director. I got to get her on the show.
And sorry, Heather, if I put you out there.
I really didn't bring Brandon in to talk about the band. I brought him in to talk about the new Leaf Event Center, and we are going to talk about that. But Brandon, the band is going to keep my all-time favorite, I hope, Long Train Running.
Oh yes, that's a definite. We're actually going to be doing. If you guys aren't aware, the alumni come back every home game. It's been a tradition that Sean started.
And when will that be?
That's actually in
Homecoming
yeah,
day?
I think it's like the 16th. Yeah.
Yeah, Mercyhurst Prep will be
So
there.
Long Train will be played that day.
Long Train Running. Oh, there's nothing better than Long Train Running.
So.
Except maybe Tusk. Tusk gives it a rival. I love that Tusk. I love the drums.
Oh yeah, it's a
there.
good song.
So I'm glad you're doing that.
Yeah, no, me too.
I'll have to go on
It's a lot of fun.
and hear you announce the Conneaut High School Spartan Marching Band. And what's the first thing you say when you get up there in halftime? What's your opening statement? Let me hear it, just like
You ready?
you're doing it. Yeah, I'm
All
ready.
right. Ladies and gentlemen! And that's how I start out.
That's great. Followed by?
I'm gonna let everyone. You got me out of the rhythm now.
That was outstanding,
Yeah,
though.
so that's kind of my voice that I do on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Dave's going to have to step it up a little bit after hearing that. Okay, Brandon Mullens, of course, the new Leaf Event Center is on everybody's mind, or at least it's on my mind. I'm curious about it. Now, I'm guessing here, about a year old now?
Yeah, we just, our opening doors were open in July of last year. And we've just kind of been feeling the year out and going through this year.
Well, tell us about it.
Okay. What do you want to know?
It's affiliated with the Methodist Church.
Right, we are actually under the Methodist Church, but they gave us a unique opportunity to kind of branch out and do our own thing, because the center, if you've not been in it,
I've not been in it.
okay, it's very big. It's accommodating up to 750 guests.
I see that in this pamphlet
seating.
here.
Mm-hmm.
I also saw 1,000 seating capacity for
Concert
meetings.
style seating. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can.
Why the difference?
Because whenever you're sitting at a round table like this, you can only fit 10 people. When if you're sitting concert style, you can fit this way, and this way,
Okay.
and this way. So you get a lot more people in.
All right.
It's just it's a project that the church had started. I think 10 years. This idea had been coming along. Finally got it down, and it's over a $1.8 million facility out there. It's gorgeous.
Oh, I hear nothing good about it. I mean, I hear.
No, I hope you hear something.
I hear everything good about it. Oh boy. No, I do. I hear everything good about it.
Oh, that's great. One of the things I strive out there is anyone that wants to come rent it, I always try to give the best customer service. That's kind of my thing. Mm-hmm. I like to make sure people feel welcomed, and I want them to come back. Uh-huh. So, that's one of the main things I strive down there.
How instrumental is my buddy Lonnie Hutchinson on it?
He's more on the church side of things, but he
Okay.
does offer help on the event center side of things. He's always offered me help when I needed it. Uh-huh.
So what are some of the events that have been held there so far?
Oh man, we've had a battle of the bands down there. We've had another kind of rock concert down there. It was a Christian rock concert. We've done accordion act with the Rolandos. That was one of our first main ones. We've done all the fifth quarters, which I'm sure we'll talk about.
Yep.
And then we had a really awesome Valentine's Day event last year where we had a comedian come out from Los Angeles that had been on TV before, and he came out and he put on a really wonderful show. We did a dinner, and it was actually a fundraiser for the event center and the band. Mm-hmm. So we've just been kind of feeling around for events to see what works and what doesn't. We have a ton, trying to get a ton this year, but
So the people at the event center itself can be caterers, or do you get that?
No.
Is that ordered out?
Yeah, no, we're not caterers at the event center. What we have is preferred caterers around. We have Phil's Catering, and we have Waters Catering and Neola's, and then there's actually another caterer that not a lot of people know about, but it's from Elegant Edge. It's catering right there in Kingsville. They own a bakery called Dulce Copo.
Oh. Yeah,
he's a private chef, and he comes and caters events too. They actually just did our chicken dinner. Mm-hmm. Very good stuff. But any of the caterers are excellent out there, and that's who we use. Mm-hmm.
What about touring the place? Can people come and tour it?
Oh yeah, I'm always.
When you invite me,
you can come. You can come today if you want.
I want to see it. I know my wife has seen it.
Okay.
Because I think you had my son's sauce there for some pasta dinner that you had.
Oh yeah, that was the Valentine's Day event that I was speaking of.
All right. Mm-hmm. And she said it's just fabulous, the event center.
Thank you. We really we really appreciate that. A lot of hard work went into building it. Mm-hmm. What were you asking?
I'm sorry.
You caught me on track.
I don't even remember what I was asking.
You asked me if we can get a tour out there.
Yes.
It's funny that you say that, because in January, starting the new year, I'm having a get together, an open house per se. And so we're going to have all of our different things running. We're going to have maybe our volleyball nets up and our basketball hoops, and then we're going to have our lights going and maybe someone showing the audio equipment, and then having tables like this all done up for a wedding.
Oh, wonderful.
So that's going to be free to the public, and we'll have prizes and giveaways. So that's going to be in January sometime. I think it might be the first or second weekend is what I want to do. Probably the second. But I would like to invite everyone to come out and just check the place out.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Get out of this bad weather and
right.
have something to do there and right after the holidays too.
Right. So
some of the events that you're going to be having there, one coming up that's, I think you had this last year as well, they're called Fifth Quarter after every Conneaut Spartan home game.
Correct.
Whose idea?
It was actually a couple of friends of mine were sitting around, and my wife's, and we were sitting around, we're saying, what can we do for the kids in the community? And one of my buddies had mentioned, his name was Nick, why don't we have this thing, we had a thing called, I can't remember what he said, but he said all the kids came and put on free event, and they just came out there and hung out. So I said, let's call it fifth quarter because it was after the football game, and let's have it free and let's give these kids a nice safe place to go where they can win prizes and have cool different things come in. And
Now,
do
when you say
tournaments.
kids, Brandon, grades 9 through 12?
It's actually six.
6 through 12.
Yeah, 6 through 12. It's middle school and it's high school. To give you an example, our first one coming up this week, actually, we have a live band that performed at Van's Warped Tour this summer from Erie called First to 11. And they're going to be they're really cool because they're from ages 14 to 18. The band is of a younger age, so I'm hoping it appeals to them. And I really want the kids just to come out. And then we're also doing an ice cream social.
I see that on here
So
too.
we're gonna have free ice cream for the kids to eat.
And I can't come, just for kids, huh?
If you want to come and we're always looking for volunteers for chaperones.
Oh, I didn't know I had to work. Did you have to get the school's permission to do this, Conneaut Area City Schools permission to do this?
No, it's not a religious-based thing. I mean, it's backed by,
Right.
but it's not meant to be something for that purpose. This is just something we wanted to do for kids to be safe and be alcohol and drug free. So we didn't, because of that church and state, we wanted to make sure we could open up to everybody.
Sure, this immediately follows the home football games and it goes till when?
It goes till midnight, actually.
So at least a good 2.5 hours, I would think.
Right. And last year we gave away a lot of cool prizes. We gave away tablets, and we gave away some cash gift card prizes, and we always gave away something for the kids just to come. We actually gave away over $100 was our grand prize for our last Halloween dance last year.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah. We ended up having 250 kids come out for the whole night, so it was pretty awesome.
I see the game after homecoming night on September 16, a dodgeball tournament night.
We did that last year too. It's actually really popular among the kids. We put them in teams, or they can bring their own team, and we have so many on a team, and we set them up in like a brackets, and they play, and we do a double elimination, and whoever wins gets a prize at the end. It's pretty fun.
And then on the game after September 23rd, it's called game night. What does that mean?
Game night's a really cool thing that we did last year. We actually get a bunch of game systems, and we set up probably 10 TVs or so around the room, and we have a little game room, and the kids can go back and play there, but we also are going to have board games out. We have our basketball hoops out. We have anything game affiliated, so it's everybody's. We had cards out last year, so whatever your interests are, it's there. It's a game night.
Now, you started this again, you started doing this last year. How has the attendance been? How have you noticed attendance from the first home game through the rest of the home games?
Well, we started off with about 40 to 50 kids.
Oh, that's not bad for something that is new.
Right. And then by the end of it, like I said, we have a big Halloween bash. That's how we end it every year. We have a big Halloween party that we throw them. We had 250 kids come out by the end of this season.
Wow.
So I say it was very successful.
I would say so. So this Friday night after the game, we can expect at least that many, if that's how many that came after the first game.
I never know from year to year. I hope. I'm hoping somewhere around like 100 to 150 is my hopes.
What do we provide? Do we provide refreshments or?
Oh yeah, well I have concessions that kids can buy, but I always have something for free that they can have. So like whether it be hot chocolate or whether it be a pizza or ice cream like the first one, I always have some item.
Who donates that?
Everyone for the ice cream this year, it's Heavenly Creamery and
Joe's
Dairy Queen
ice
as
cream.
well. So they're
both
are very, very nice guys, and we have donations from everybody. Everyone seems to want to help, so I try to put them all on there. A few of them are in the back here, but just from all over from the town. And
the October 7th game, you got a volleyball basketball night.
Right, we did this last year too. We set up a volleyball in half of the place, and we do basketball in the other. And then we run a contest for each of them. So we have.
I've got to come to this place. I've got to see it.
You can ask the police officers. They're there every week that we have one of these things, and sometimes they get on the fun.
And then the last home football game, which is October 28th, the Halloween bash.
Correct. That's the
Costumes?
fun. Yeah. We give prizes away for best dressed, scariest, funniest, best couple. I actually had a projection last year where we had skeletons dancing across the stage, and a witch brewing, so it was pretty cool to see.
This is incredible to me.
But we have more in store for this year, so got to come out and check it out.
Our kids of Conneaut can't say they don't have nothing to do. That's all I got to say.
Right, and that's the whole that's the whole point. We really want the kids of Conneaut to feel like they have something to do on a Friday night.
Now, is it just kids from Conneaut? What if some of the North Kingsville or...
It's open to everybody. If I hope that I have so many kids in there that I'm like, oh gosh. So,
I know it gets advertised at the stadium on game nights. Do you have it advertised anywhere else?
Yeah, actually, I do put out a advertisement to the schools. Sometimes they're gracious enough to put it out there to the students for me. So they put some stuff out for me on the announcements and such. And then I also have it on the football programs.
Oh, okay.
It should be on one of the covers or one of the back covers.
Let's talk about some of the other stuff that's coming up over there on October 29th, a reverse raffle and concert.
Hopefully. We're still trying to work out the kinks on that one. It started out as a reverse raffle, but it's looking more like it might be just a concert where we have 3 bands come in, Halloween kind of bash concert.
Bands unannounced as of now?
Unannounced as of now because I don't want to... I'm still waiting to hear back on a couple of them. But in October, one of our other things that this just got done the other day. I'm working with the Arts Center, and we're actually having a Harvest of the Arts Festival.
Ooh.
We're going to be doing carnival games for kids, making cider, having a hayride.
I see a possible haunted hayride here to be announced.
Yeah, that one's to be announced as well. That's hopefully something that I'm putting together with the Conneaut High School Band. We're trying to get a place to have a haunted hayride. I have a place out in New Leaf, but we were looking for a house too. So we're trying to get that all together as well.
Saturday night comedy show.
Saturday night comedy shows are something that I'm going to be trying to put together this winter for something to do for the people of Conneaut. I have a lot of connections with comedians that I can bring in. So my idea is once a month to bring in a pretty well-known comedian who's maybe been on Comedy Central or something like that, HBO. And I'd like to bring them in for a cheap rate to come on down on a Saturday or Friday or Saturday night and enjoy your night. Have a nice show. Enjoy yourself.
In December, you got a Christmas play coming up?
Yeah, that one's being put on as a joint effort with the church. We're actually...
Children or adults?
It's adults. Yeah, we're hoping to have a lot of choirs come together. There's a lot going to be to that one, so keep your ears tuned for that one.
I will. And then January, February, and March, it says 2017 fifth quarter laser tag. What's that all about?
Okay, so last year that was one of the other things we did. We actually ran a laser tag simulation. We actually built a course inside of the event center one Friday and Saturday night and had the kids come out, and for $20, they could play as much laser tag as they wanted. We had it for 5 hours each night, so they came in, they played, they came back over, they went around, they came back in. We had a whole course built by just from what we had available to us, and we rented the laser tag guns, and they came in and they played. That was a lot. I even played. That was fun. So I'm planning to bring that back because that was popular last year. So
and late in January, Conneaut's Last Laugh, a variety show. Is that something that used to be at the Human Resources Center?
This one was at the Arts Center. I think you're thinking there was something at the Resources Center.
Yeah, it was like in February, March.
Yeah.
Can't remember what it was called.
But this
great talent there.
Right, and that's kind of the idea. There's really not a show like that anymore, and we have a big 90-foot by 30-foot stage out there, so we can do a show. And I want to see the talent of Conneaut come together and kind of do a show like that. I think that would be really fun. I really enjoyed those.
So too.
Yeah.
Now, your Valentine's Day show on February 11th stars Andy
Beningo.
Should I know him? Because I don't.
No, you might know him, you might not. He's not as well known as last year's comedian, but he still did. He did comedy on the same stage as Gotham Tonight with like David Letterman and Jay Leno.
So where's he from?
He is from the Chicago area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's still a really good act, and he's really funny, and he's going to be a great show. I'm very excited for him.
You know who else is very funny? You may know him. You mentioned Chicago. He was on Around the Town with Chuck as a guest. Denny Glasser. He's now in
Okay.
theater. He may be somebody to get interested in, might want to come and do a little comedy show. He did a lot
Love
of
it.
comedy for us on the TV screen. Do you know Denny?
I do not, but I would love to meet him.
I will sort of see what I can do to help you out on that one, if you're interested.
Yo, very interested.
Yeah. Let's see. Now we got the sock hop dance coming up in March.
That's a fun one. That's actually Darlene.
Darlene Brisley.
Yep,
Very instrumental in that, isn't she?
Right. She actually had the original. She did the sock hop, the car show that is now uptown. That has been going on for this was its 11th year, and she used to have a dance. She told me that since I have the venue, that I should think about bringing the dance back. So I'm going to try it out again this year. I'm bringing the sock hop dance back, and it's going to be just like Darlene had it before. And I'm hoping it's going to be a really fun time.
Well, all this stuff is very good, but now I'm coming to something that I know I'm coming to already.
Okay.
It's in April. It's the adult 80s throwback dance. 80s music.
Yes.
Nothing better than that.
I
for
agree.
me. I'm 62. So I like the 70s and the 80s.
I like 80s. So.
Is this new, or did you have that last year?
No, this is new. This is a new idea that I had. I really like the 80s. I've been to 80s kind of dances, and I've always had a lot of fun. So I would like to do something for the adults in Conneaut as well. So I'm kind of doing an 80s throwback party where we have maybe 2 or 3 live bands, maybe a DJ. I'm not real sure yet, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be 80s oriented. I'll have prizes for best dressed. We'll have a dinner probably included into it, and it's going to be one fun night.
You've really got a great lineup here, and now some of the other stuffs that can be held there, maybe you've already had some there. Weddings and receptions?
Yep, weddings and receptions. We have a couple there already this year, and it's filling up for next year because we're starting to get more known. Mm-hmm. My big deal for weddings and receptions is that no one's budget's too small or too big. We can accommodate.
I read that in here. You take, just exactly what you said. Nothing's too small. Nothing's too big.
Right. We have enough to go 750 people, but I've had a 25-person wedding in there as well, and a reception. It was very small and intimate. Mm-hmm. So we can really do either or, and it really depends on the customer what they're willing to do for their budget. If they are really into doing everything themselves, then we can go on the smaller side of things. If they want us to take care of everything for them,
sure,
we're more than welcome to do that too.
Sure. Weddings and receptions, of course, you talked about the concerts that they have, the dances there. Fundraisers. What kind of fundraisers do you have?
One of the main, a couple of different fundraisers we actually have one coming up on Saturday, right after the 5th quarter. It's with Darlene, and it's for the canine units.
I saw her on a TV show with somebody doing the TV show there.
Right. We are New Leaf actually.
Oh, it's Martha.
Right.
Happenings.
New Leaf donated the venue for that to have it for the cops to get 2 new police dogs is our goal. So we're going to be doing that, and we're really excited. I hope that we reach our goal to get the Conneaut Police some help with that.
She was pretty close to getting 1 dog, I know, on the TV show.
Yeah.
We're trying to get 2.
And they're expensive. They're not cheap.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. I learned a lot watching that show as well.
So we have that fundraiser, but we also had the comedy show fundraiser, and we also do the cabaret. My wife does the cabaret. It's for her choir. They come out there. We put on an actual production, a cabaret production. It's about an hour and a half show, and all the students sing different songs of their choosing. And she gives them a genre, and we had a great turnout this year and last year. So
that's outstanding. Now I want to look at where did I see some of your sponsors here? Talk a little bit about these sponsors. How about Ann Wiley Insurance? She's a big sponsor.
Yeah. Ann Wiley's a really big advocate for us. Really, I love Ann. She helps out a lot.
Former school board member, maybe here in town?
School board member. She also goes to New Leaf, so it's one of our home church people. Yeah.
Conneaut Moose Lodge.
Oh yeah,
sponsor.
They're always willing to help every time I've ever asked them for anything. So they're incredibly helpful with even if it's just a small donation for anything such as Chinese auction or anything like that.
Conneaut Fish and Game Club, of course. Every time I hear that, I think of Marty Landon.
Oh yeah.
A big sponsor.
Yep.
So you got some great sponsors. So
I have
Creative Millwork of Ohio.
Oh yeah. I actually work for Creative Millwork of Ohio. and they're one of our sponsors. So.
And where are they located?
They're right there in Ashtabula. They're a grill company.
Are they new?
No, we've been around for 27 years now.
Oh my goodness.
728.
Conneaut Savings Bank, of course, right
Oh,
here
yeah.
in town. State Street Diner with
Yep.
Mark Mirando.
Right. Yep.
Very popular diner there.
Mm-hmm.
And Evergreen Lake Park.
Evergreen Lake Park was instrumental for us getting our water wars off. They actually let us use their park for 2 of the 6 weeks that we did a thing called Water Wars. It was 5th quarter related, and the kids came out for 6 weeks of water games, all on Sundays for 2 hours a night, and then we're sending them to Splash Lagoon as a thank you.
Those are sponsors you got listed here, but it says you can still become an event
Right.
center sponsor
And-
today, so you're accepting more, obviously.
Oh yeah, and there's more than that that have actually come up.
Can
I
you
don't.
name a couple?
I don't have a list on hand. If you let me get out my thing. Well, I know Dairy Queen and Heavenly Creamery are 2. If you let me look.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um,
Anyway, this New Leaf Event Center, while Brandon's looking there, is located at 110 Gateway Avenue in Conneaut, right off of Interstate 90 and Route 7. Phone number there is 593-2525. Again, that's 593-2525. You can email anything you want to know about the Event Center. You can email this guy at bgmullens3@gmail.com.
right.
Or you can visit the New Leaf Event Center, squarespace.com on the email.
Correct. That's actually our website.
Oh, website.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
What can we find on that website? Everything
Everything that will be in here. I do the events as I get them planned. So I'm still working on getting all of the events in the website. That is in here, but that is one thing I do plan to do. So everything that's found in here. But you'll find our venue prices. You'll find anything you want to know about any event we're having. It's just a great place to go. It's really
Find
easy.
some sponsors?
Yes, I did actually. We have Marcy's Funeral Homes actually sponsoring us. Gertie's Pharmacy as a sponsor. Ramblin' Rose Alpaca Farms is another one. Lake Erie Automotive Service, which he's helped us. He's donated quite a few things. We're actually doing a car smash the Thursday before the homecoming game. That'll be out this week.
What's a car smash?
Basically, it's gonna be a car smash and a bonfire. It's mostly for the football team. They used to have them here in Conneaut, down at Mount Park when I was in school.
Huh.
Basically, you get a sledgehammer, and I'm gonna give all the football players and all the band members one free swing, but for say $5, they get 3 minutes, and they just get to destroy a car.
Okay.
And we'll paint it the other team's colors for homecoming.
Sure.
But it's more of like I really want it to be
Sure.
an effort to bring some community and together.
Well, now, do we really know these other teams' colors? We got a lot of new opponents here.
It's okay, we'll put them all on
We got
there.
Mercyhurst Prep. What's their colors, Brandon?
Hey, okay, it's just the
I'm going to
idea.
guess green's one of them. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Well, anyway, Brandon, this has been fun.
This has been fun.
What's so far, about a year,
Mm-hmm.
what would you say has been the biggest challenge for you?
Getting the name out there for people to know, to let people know that we're not just a barn, that we are an event center. Once people get past that, they see us over there and they're like, oh, that big green building, that looks like a barn. Yes, it looks like a barn, but it is beautiful on the inside.
And I'm going to come and see it.
Yes.
I really am. I'm going to email you, and we can set up a time where you can
Yeah,
give me a little tour through there.
I will. Yeah, anytime.
Yeah. Before we go, what is one thing you still want to get done at that event center? What's one thing you're still looking to do that we haven't talked about, or do we pretty much got it all?
I mean, I think we. Oh well, okay. I have one thing that I'm
Knew you would.
kind of trying for. I want to get a big name in there for a concert. Right now,
Cindy.
no, not necessarily. But I'm talking to I'm talking to some older bands and some younger ones. So like the Crest and Tony Mara. I don't know if anyone knows their old 50s and 60s band. Doo-wop is their big thing. We're talking about them, but some others is I want to get some country acts maybe in here. Maybe Aaron Tippin, Tracy Bird. There was one other, Josh Grayson. I want to get a big name in there to let Conneaut know that we're not just a small little community, that we can house these big events and that we're here. So that's the idea. I want to put us on the map. I want us to show everyone around that we're not just a small city.
What about getting that Spartan band in there for a little concert?
Yeah.
Or would it be too loud?
No.
Because they do it at the high school for the concert.
I would love to have any of the concerts to come to the event center. We're well made for a concert. We have no windows. We get really dark. We have over $350,000 worth of lighting and sound equipment. Like, we're built for that kind of thing. So.
And it's a 12-month venue, right?
Yeah.
12 months.
12 months a year. Every weekend.
Well, Brandon, this has been pretty good. So
Yeah.
now I'm going to have you close our interview
Okay.
by telling me what's the last line you say after you're done with your halftime show.
You got a way to put me on the spot.
And say it just like you would, like you were right there in that press box.
This band strives to create marching band mania.
Very good. Brandon, thanks for coming on the show. Good luck with this.
Thanks.
The new Leaf Event Center.
There we go.
Brandon Mullens, my guest today on Around the Town with Chuck, and we'll see you again next week.